Hello everyone. Today I am analyzing and breaking down this copy from Gary Halbert, this sales letter from Gary Halbert, which is a weight loss offer. I like this one because it has a pretty interesting mechanism. Gary Halbert was the first one to start talking about not talking about writing copy using mechanism, the mechanism of the problem and the mechanism of solution. And he has a good example here about the mechanism of the problem, which is the real reason why people cannot uh, lose weight, and mechanism of the solution, which is the real solution of the real problem. So let's start here with the headline. Read this. Read this if you are truly serious about losing weight. So high school student loses almost 600 pounds and now devotes his life to helping others to get skinny. Well, two interesting things about this headline. First of all, it's is this high school student thing. When you talk about a high school guy, people who will identify and see and think, well, a high school student can can do this. I can do too. So anyone can do it. That's the kind of feeling it makes people feel. And here, 600 pounds, very specific number. So always specificity brings credibility. So let's continue here. Dear friend, if you have a weight problem, I want you to take a good look at the pictures on this page. So it makes people look at the pictures. So here are the pictures. So uh, very powerful here. You know, um, which one thing that's very powerful in weight loss niche is that before and after picture. So before here and after in here, and very emotional thing. I wanted to die with this way here. In here, it changed my life, and how visual thing here that his his clothes. So yeah. So okay, did you do it? Did you take a good look at those amazing pictures? What they show is a young man, me, whose life was a nightmare. Maybe you saw my story on CBS Live or Good Morning America, or maybe you read about me in the Detroit Free Press, the Oakland Daily Tribune, or even the National Enquirer. Believe me, if you want to lose weight, I can tell you exactly how to do it. Okay, well, this part here, maybe you heard about me. Maybe you saw my story in CBS Live or Good Morning America, whatever. All these places. He's saying this to create credibility, to create like the authority of these news, these channels here, these journals is is like endorsing him. So that's why uh, he used that. So using these big portals, big TV channels and big journals create credibility because it's like endorsement. So let's continue. Without hunger, without diet, without pills, and without giving up food. So here he is breaking already some objections here. This is most people who encounter some weight loss offer will have these exact objections here. So I'm gonna feel hunger. I'm gonna have to eat pills. I'm gonna have to stop eating foods I like. I'm gonna spend my day without energy because I'm gonna have to stop eating. Like intermittent fasting. No, it's not. You will not feel low energy. So he breaks all these objections. Let's continue, and best of all, I can show you how to do it very fast without spending hardly any money. So listen, my name. Okay, now here's the end of the lead. As you can tell, um, he adds more the fast thing here. Talks about how fast it is and how not expensive it is. So it's a benefit and objection handling here, and it's very fast. So when he says it's very fast, people like fast things. It's some really something for from our nature, the human nature to like fast things because it saves energy. So let's continue. Here's just presenting himself. My name is Larry Coker, whatever. And not long ago, my weight was 750 pounds. 750 pounds, and I felt like a freak and I wanted to die. 3 times my bed broke because I was so fat. I was only 18, but it seemed to me my life was over. Every day I wore the same clothes to high school. I had only one shirt, an extra large Mickey Mouse t-shirt that looked like a tent, and one huge pair of sweatpants with a size 74-inch waist. Okay, well, all of this part here is the very emotional part to create a report. People will identify with this. People who are suffering from the same weight of 750 pounds uh, will identify here. And you see that the storytelling here is very specific, really specific details that the person who's reading this will build a mental picture, like the Mickey Mouse T-shirt that looked like a tent. You will you will build immediately a mental picture, and when you do this, it becomes credible, it becomes believable, it becomes real, it becomes proof. Let's continue here. I could only sleep on my back because if I slept on my side, my enormous weight would cut off my circulation to my arm, leaving it white and painful. Each morning, my family had to help me out of bed by pulling and yanking for 5 minutes. Then my younger brother put my socks and shoes on for me. I couldn't bend over that far. I couldn't climb stairs. Could hardly fit behind the steering wheel of my car, and had no girlfriend. What girl would look twice at a grotesque slob like me? I was too ashamed of myself to even have my picture taken for the high school year, and after I graduated from high school, things went from bad to worse. Okay, so he continues with this story to create a report, and very emotional here. Talks about the feelings of the persona of the avatar here, which is shame, which is fear of rejection. So these are like the secret reasons, the unspoken reasons people will buy this product. The people who are going to buy this are mostly men, I think, because talks about girlfriend, talks about first of all, is a guy presenting himself, so basically it's for men. So he addresses man pains, man problems here, like not having a girlfriend, and also the family thing. So it's gonna be a a burden to his family. He's being a burden to his family, and that's a very strong thing that people don't want to be. And so this structure here in storytelling is known as the bad part and the really really bad part. So this is the bad part, and the really bad part is coming back. It's coming here, and then it's the good part, I guess. So after I graduated from high school, things went from bad to worse. Now I had no school to attend. I had no job and no future. I slept until noon every day just to so I wouldn't have to deal with the pain of living as a freak. I was 5 feet 7 and weighed an estimated 750 pounds. Last time I found a scale that could weigh me, a truck scale, I weighed 643 pounds, and I had gained at least 100 pounds since. My life was a mess. I tried a dozen diets, but I couldn't stick to them. The more depressed I became about my weight, the more I ate and the fatter I got. They made me more depressed, and I ate more, and uh, I was absolutely miserable. You may as well just die, I told myself. Face the facts, fatso. You are a loser. Okay, well, it's the really bad part. Who he he talks about the dozen diets he tried. So a copywriter used this. Gary Halbert used this to create to invalidate the options people might have about diets and these mainstream diets. All the mainstream diets at the time were no value because he tried all of them and couldn't stick to them, and he got more depressed, and you know he even thought about suicide. So it's the really bad part, like it's like the peak of the bad part. And now things are going to be good, I guess. God, I wanted to change. Listen, I knew there was a normal sized guy in me struggling miserably to get out of my monstrous body, but I just couldn't find the strength to break out of my lifelong eating rut. I was ingesting up to 6,000 calories a day and had 4 bowls of cereal and ate 10 pieces of toast with peanut butter for breakfast. Lunch would be 4 sandwiches, and for dinner, I'd have 4 helpings of spaghetti or whatever else my family was having. I also snacked from noon till bedtime. I eat 4 quarter-pound burgers and bags of chips, gallons of soda, 6 or 7 donuts, and half a pie at one sitting. My doctor warned me because my heart would not hold up, but I kept on eating. In December 1987, I resolved to quit stuffing myself on New Year's a day, and I broke the resolution that same day. Oh God, help me. I prayed, help me climb out of this fat body and be a real person. And on the night of January 4th, after crying myself to sleep, I woke up at 2 a.m. and it was like something had snapped. I thought about all the diets I'd been on before and what was good and bad about them. Then I counted up the good points of each diet and used to make my own. Except I added a certain something. What I added was the missing ingredient that all fat people are looking for. I do not take credit for discovering this. It's just something that came to me that night, something so powerful that I woke, it woke me right out of my sleep. Okay, so he kind of he kind of starts to talk about the mechanism, kind of hinting about it, like talking about like the how he came up with it was not like from thin air. It has a backstory to it. So this whole storytelling thing was a bridge for the method to the mechanism, because people will not believe if he says like I just created this not from thin air. It wouldn't be believable. So he is building a bridge to introduce the mechanism. And um yep. And here he adds an open loop. Here I added a certain something, the missing ingredient that all fat people are looking for. So he creates a loop, an open loop here. Will be closing. Will be closed in the copy. I hope. It woke me right on my sleeve. I have a personal name for this weight loss miracle. I call it Larry's Way. Works like a crazy. Weight Watchers offered me a big salary, a car, and a new wardrobe. if I would be a spokesman for them, but I won't. They may have a good program, but I believe my program is much better. So here, he's invalidating um, another option, another competitor. He's saying that he's better than this competitor, and that's why I have teamed up with a company in Florida, Everett and Lloyd, that is letting me tell people how to lose weight exactly the same way I did. To tell the truth, I believe my program is better than any other weight loss system ever devised. Consider this: I lost 575 pounds in 16 months, 37 inches from my waist, 28 from my hips, and 22 from my thighs, and even lost 9 inches from my neck. And okay, so here this part is to basically to add specificity, to specify the numbers adds credibility, like I said here on the headline. I've been on TV, I've been on radio, I've been written up in daily newspapers and even National Enquirer, and guess what? Everybody, and I mean everybody, wants to know my secret. Well, I can't blame them. He's so secret. He is secret is a power word for novelty, for something new, right? And he talks about again that the credibility factor here, when he says he was on TV and stuff like that. And now, with your permission, I'm going to review to you what I wanted. What I want to do is send you a very special report called Larry's Way, the amazing weight loss secret of a man who lost 575 pounds in just 15 months. This special report tells it all. It is easy to read and easy to understand, and you don't have to pay a fortune to get it. Look, I don't mean to brag, but darn it, I'm pretty proud of myself that these doctors, the doctors couldn't help me. All those diet experts couldn't help me. Even my family couldn't help me. But God bless me them for trying. I didn't get help from Weight Watchers, which just seems up to Fast Nutrition or anybody else. No, I did it all on my own and I learned how to do it fast and cheap. Okay, so here he is invalidating more options that people might have. People might have the will to, like, well, I'm gonna go for a doctor. I'm gonna go for a Weight Watchers. I'm gonna seek help from my family. I'm gonna go for a nutritionist who's a diet expert. No, he invalidates all that, saying that, oh, they don't work. The answer is me. All right. Let's talk about money. I heard on the news the other day that the average person who loses 50 pounds with Weight Watchers pays around 2,000 to do it. Nutrisystem requires that you pay a big initial fee and then buy all your food from them. Optifast, Medifast, and other deals like that cost anywhere from several hundred to several $1,000s. Of course, you can buy pills, books, and gimmicks until you are blue in the face, but save your money. All you need is a secret email report, for almost which you can get for almost nothing compared to all that other stuff. And here it is: none of those other people or companies will do what I would do, which is, okay. Let's see here. So he is what this part here is to create the anchoring thing. You know, the ever the average person who loses this on Weight Watchers spends 2,000, and all of these matches are costs like seven hundreds and thousands and whatever. And you can buy pills, books, and whatever. Uh, this is for create anchoring, so the product will see. People will think, well, the product is really cheap. I'm gonna have to buy this because it's a bargain for all that I can get. Will do what I will do, which is I will pay you double your money back if Larry's way does not work for you. So He's removing the risk of people, the guarantee. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You're probably wondering how I can make such an offer. Well, let me tell you something. I may be young, but I am not a fool. Maybe I'm not a doctor, and maybe I don't have a college degree. But let me ask you this: how many doctors and how many of those big time diet experts have ever lost almost 600 pounds like I did? Listen, my way works. In fact, if it doesn't work, it will. You see, better see a doctor and get your thyroid checked. But don't kill yourself. It's not your thyroid. No, your only problem is you're not using Larry's way. If you do use it, you get skinny and that's it. Period. Now let's suppose you order Larry's way and after reading my report, you decide you don't even want to try my secret. Well, in that case, you were a very silly person. But even so, all you have to do is return it and not send back 100% of what we paid. What happens if you do follow my plan and you don't lose all your excess weight? Personally, I think that is almost impossible. But if it should happen, I want you to get checked out by MD. If he says there's nothing wrong with you, I'll give you double your money back. Look, I'm trying to sell as hard as I can. I'm giving Larry's Way a chance to help you because believe me, I know how you are feeling if you are overweight. I know the embarrassment, the problems with clothes, the depression, and everything else. But I'm telling you, your problem is probably a very easy one compared to mine. I don't mean to scoff at your weight problem, but remember, I couldn't even get out of bed, and my doctor said I was going to die. So this part here, is for people. Fuck, I hate this. Okay, holy shit. Okay, so this part here is to he's saying like I know how you are feeling if you are overweight. So this part here is for two purposes. First of all, to create rapport, I know how you feel. You know, I know how you feel. I've been in your shoes. But actually, he says, I've been in the worst shoe that you are right now because I couldn't even get out of bed. My doctor said I was going to die. So he was like an extreme thing. So if happened to a guy who the doctor said he was going to die, it will work for a person who wants to lose, like, I don't know, who wants to lose 100 pounds or 50 pounds. It'll work, you know. Same thing here. High school students, why use that? Because, same thing. If it worked for him, it can work for you. If you work for a guy who couldn't even get out of bed, and the doctor said he was gonna die, it's gonna work for you. So that's the reason Gary put this thing here. Let's continue. Please let me help you. My secret system is very cheap. It's the final cure for your problem. Look at those pictures of me again. I've lost 575 pounds. I'm looking forward to a whole new life. You can do it too, and it's easy to order. Just use the order form at the bottom of this page. Sincerely, Larry Cocker, Coker, whatever. If you are serious about, he adds a PS here. If you're serious about losing weight, you should order my report today. I don't have too many of them left, and I don't want you to have to wait while I get more printed up. Thank you. So he used this to create urgency, so people will not delay and not procrastinate, because people procrastinate by nature. So he's like urging them, creating some sort of nudge to make people act now and do not procrastinate. Don't wait. Do it now, today. You know, the urgency here is justified with the saying that he doesn't have much left, and yeah, I want you to wait until I got more printed up. So it's a very justified urgency that he adds here. So if you add urgency to your copy, you better justify, but not just say words without justifying. So let's see this thing here. Personal message, as I said, that's where on this page. I'm working with a company called Everett and Lloyd in Florida because they're telling me, letting me people how to lose weight exactly on the same way I did. However, I still spend most of my time in my hometown of Royal Oak, Michigan, and my personal phone number is this number here. I'm giving you this number just in case you want to talk with me and after you order my program. You see, most weight loss programs don't work at all. However, mine works so fast you may be a little uncomfortable with the reaction you get from other people. Everybody wants to lose weight, but when it happens real quickly, it can be a real unnerving. It can be a little unnerving. Anyway, if you need a friend to talk to after you start on my program, please feel free to give me a call. Believe me, my friend, I've been there. So once again, he's saying, I know how you feel. So that thing is a very interesting thing because it adds the report, the I've been there sensation to that person. So it's more close. It's like a friend who's saying, look, I know how you feel, friend. Here, I will give you this. So that's very interesting. And here in the checkout page, which is very interesting, is that um, makes people mark here, yes, yes, I wanna lose weight as fast as humanly possible. Therefore, I want to try the rather amazing blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. I understand that when I follow your instruction, I'll never feel hungry. I'll never need to count calories. I'll never be depressed again because I can as well never have to spend money. Blah, blah. So here in the checkout, uh, he does three things. Sorry, reinforce the promise, break objections, and reinforce the guarantee. Three things. Just that, because people may hesitate when they go when they go here. They this is a coupon, so people will use the scissors to remove from the paper and send through mail order. And when they are filling their names here, they might hesitate a little. So when they have this to read, to reinforce the promise, break objections, and talk about the guarantee here, the double your money back guarantee to remove any risk. So that's what you can do it too in your digital marketing strategy as well. It was used back there, but you can do it too in a personalized checkout page. So yeah, uh, it was my mistake. This is another. It's a different copy. There was another copy from Gary Halbert that has a really interesting mechanism. This isn't the one. Although the mechanism is kind of not the best one. It's good, but I mean it's not a mechanism that I was talking about. But I mean the copy is really good. I like it. I rated 10 out of 10. Very emotional, very like visceral, very 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 emotional, powerful, breaks objections, eliminates alternatives that people might have, you know, gives a lot of proof, visual proof, right on the beginning, visual proof. It has this personal factor here that adds a lot of credibility and a lot of trust. People buy from people who they know, like, and trust. So yeah, yeah. So good. If you like this video, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and see you later. And yeah.